Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to SKST Radio, and you are tuned in to
Cocktails
and conversation.
right here on SKST Radio. We have a new face on board. We have Miss Juanita Saunders. Hey, Juanita, tell us who you are and what you're all about, girl.
My name is Juanita. I'm pretty much just about anything that's like pro us and everybody to be the best them they can be. I have a medical and an accounting background, and I am recently inspiring to be my own restaurant owner. So that's about it.
Yeah, you guys, that ain't it. This girl is like dynamite. She is like a go-getter. She will not stop. She will keep going. If y'all thought I was an Energizer Bunny, move over. This girl got 5 batteries in her back.
Juanita does it.
She does it and make it happen and make it happen. So welcome aboard. We hope to see more of you. We thank you for being a part of the show today. And hopefully you'll be part of the team if we don't scare you off this first night.
Go
So,
see.
let's get started. Glasses up.
All right, we're ready.
Let's toast. There you go.
Cheers.
Salute.
All right. Today the topic is on stimulus payments. Now I know what you're saying. That's just money, that's free money. We got this, we got that going on. No. What is the true meaning of stimulus money? What is it for? And the second part of that is, are people using the stimulus money the way it's supposed to be used? Boom. What you got?
I believe the true meaning of the stimulus money is exactly in the name, is to stimulate the economy.
Absolutely.
They want folks to go out because we've been contained in our houses. We haven't spent money, where everybody's either unemployed or they're trying to get back on their feet. We haven't been spending money, restaurants, businesses are closing. So it's not necessary to really help the people. It's actually to stimulate the economy,
Absolutely.
So everybody's kind of looking at it like, oh, well, why aren't they giving more money? Because it's not really for you. It's for the economy. It's exactly what it says it is. It's to get us back on track, so these businesses will stop closing, so our economy can get back on track. So that's what I believe it's for. And also for opportunity if you're smart.
Okay, what you got, Juanita?
Like, I feel like that the stimulus is meant to stimulate the economy. We are living in a time where it's real uncertain,
Oh, did we just miss her? We lost her?
I think we lost her.
Okay.
I think her battery might have died.
She'll be back. She'll be back.
Okay.
Probably
So Foster, what you got?
So same thing, really. Same thing to stimulate the economy. In a sense, it looks like that's what they're doing. But yeah, it's getting a little wild out there. In the environment that we work in, we see it. Yeah, these places, they're rampacking these places, buying everything they can buy. Jewelry is a commodity, it seems. But it's funny that gold just went up at the same time that the stimulus came out. The price of gold just went up. They're buying cars, putting down payments on cars. Oh my goodness. Flat screen televisions. Have you driven through your neighborhoods?
Seen the trash area.
Exactly. It's something else to watch. It really is. It's something else to watch.
Wow. Okay, so I'll give y'all my point of view and my opinion. After I'm gonna turn the camera around and see if you guys can see my computer. So it says, how are Americans using their stimulus payments? Majority who receive stimulus payments spending most of it on household expenses. And I personally, this is just population, but I beg to differ. Like you said before, just a few minutes ago, it's more than just helping the other. Yeah. So my thing is, you got people who are really, really, like what Ayesha said earlier. If you're smart, you would use it the right way. But
Mhm.
you got people just so happy to have that little money, just so ready to go out and shop and this and that.
Yeah.
It's not that much money, first of all.
Mm-mm.
Secondly, they're not being, to me, it's just my opinion, they're not being mindful. This is only a one-time payment. Who knows when you're going to get something else? So
Mhm.
instead, you're going to the jewelry store. You're going
Mhm.
shopping. You're doing this and you're doing that. And I get it. You haven't done it in a while because of the times. But guess what? You need to save that money.
Mhm.
They're not doing that. They're just blowing it, buying new cars. So after all this is said and done, how are you going to afford that car?
Mhm. Mhm. You just have
Unemployment
a
is not
down payment. That's
lasting.
it. That's all you have is a down payment. What in the
There
world?
you go. There you go. And they're targeting that.
Mhm.
So we are helping the economy because we are going out there spending that money. But like you said, how are they spending it? Households that spend their stimulus checks responsibly is actually, stocking up on food, stocking up on things that they really will need. But the majority of them, baby, they're going to get gold teeth.
Oh
They're
yeah.
going to get they're
Oh
going to
yeah.
get the weave taken care of, the nails done. It come on. How far can what $600 go, or
Mhm.
$1,400 go? People are getting evicted,
It's coming soon. They also moved to new apartments and
right?
yeah.
Businesses are moving to other businesses. You're spending that money as a down payment when you should be trying to take care of home first.
Mhm.
What the heck? Are we just still in with the Trump blinders on? I don't get it.
Mm.
I don't get it.
I like
So
that. Trump blinder. Yeah.
the Trump blinders. So I feel like there are three ways this can go with the stimulus payment. You can hold on to the money and just save it. You can spend it, just blow it, or
Mhm.
you can multiply it. So
Okay.
yeah, it's okay, to have a little savings, but really, it's not a whole lot of money to really get you through.
Mhm.
So I feel like, and this is just my opinion, if you are not doing something to multiply that money, that's a missed opportunity. And from a spiritual perspective, I feel like that is opportunity for prosperity if it's used the right way. This is the time to invest in a business, invest in a stock, something that is going to multiply that. There's a
Right,
story in the Bible about that.
Mhm.
right.
Y'all better look at what you're doing. If you out there blowing that money or you just hoarding it,
Exactly. Exactly.
that's not going to do you any good. You better multiply. The one who's
So
multiplying is the one who's going to come out on top. So it's really an opportunity for prosperity if you really make moves and do right with it.
right, absolutely. And so the funny thing is, people don't see it that way.
I
They
do.
don't see. They don't. It's sad. It's sad
That's true.
because, okay, why would you not use the extra money that you never would have seen anyway towards something that will benefit you later?
Mhm.
Instead,
Mhm.
oh, I haven't spent money in a long, long time. No, okay, you haven't spent money in a long, long time. That proves that you can save, because you can't spend what you don't have. So why
Mhm.
not take that lump sum of money and put it away? Because guess what? You haven't paid your rent, and now you can get evicted. The curfew's been lifted.
Yes.
So you got them grills, you got them hair did, you got them nails done. What's that gonna do when you and your kids are out on the streets?
Not a doggone thing.
Nothing.
And that's my point. That's my point. I know you're getting food stamps if you're home, if you own unemployment. So I know you're getting food stamps, so your kids are eating,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
So you don't need to use that money for food. But now you're gonna splurge. You're gonna get that Louis Vuitton belt, you're gonna get them high fashionable eyeglasses and them nice neckties, Foster. Yeah, nice, looking good. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna treat yourself.
Yes.
And my point being is, why are you treating yourself in a
Mhm.
time when you should be advancing yourself?
It's true. It's
Take
true.
the hit.
A long-term bill that you have. I don't know the right, name for it, but you put a certain amount towards that bill, right? Towards the end of the bill. What is it called? You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure that you don't have that big lump sum to pay in the end. Now that's a way to invest. What I did personally, and I talked to you about this, Cammy, a little bit. Each time that we got the stimulus money, I actually cut it up in threes. A little something for myself, a little something towards my bills, and a little something towards savings.
There you
And
go.
it worked for me. Yes, it works for me. So, I'm able to see things growing and see that I don't have this big dividend at the end to take care of because I've done it that way.
Yeah.
It makes sense for me. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Ayesha?
interesting that you mentioned that about paying yourself. I was going to bring that up because that is a very important thing. So from a spiritual standpoint, money flows to you when you have a good relationship with money. So hoarding money and not doing anything with it is going to actually cause you to lose it. Spending too much is going to cause you to lose it. Spend it all.
Exactly.
But when you have a good relationship with money, you understand that you pay yourself first. So it is okay to take 10% or whatever it is, a fraction of that, and you give it to yourself. But then you also put some back and you also invest. So that way, that money is going in all directions, it's flowing instead of being in one spot, either out the door or in the door. It's a steady cycle and a steadily flow. And that's what keeps money from or keeps money generating and coming and flowing to you. So yeah, so that's amazing. Yeah, what you're doing is exactly what you should be doing.
Exactly. And it's funny because people don't get it. They feel like they're gonna miss out on something, or if they can't keep up with the Jones, you know what I mean?
Oh, there was a little beat in the background.
Oh yeah. I was trying to see. Sorry about that. I was trying to see if Juanita came back on, and I was missing her from the phone. And
were you able to contact her possibly?
Huh?
You sent her a text telling she can come back. She may not realize she can come back.
Yeah. No, I didn't send her a text. So, but anyway, yeah, it's kind of funny that Ayesha hit it right on the nail. I'm like, okay, so and Foster, we both talked about that too.
Yeah.
We're gonna put that stimulus money back. Not gonna touch it because a rainy day may come. If you need it, it's there.
But see, you know what? And it's what I got excited for a second. You remember the first round of stimulus? Most people didn't trust it. They said, "Oh my goodness, this is going to penalize us. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. Oh, I'm going to hold on to this money because I don't know if I have to pay it back or not." Now that they see that what it truly was for, which is to stimulate the economy, which is what we said, and that it's not going to come back on you any type of way, they feel like that's one of the reasons why they feel like, okay, this is free money. I can just use it. Oh my God. Oh, what am I going to buy? Oh, those fronts. Like Cammy said, oh, I need gold teeth. Why do you need I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Wow. But yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy. Now, so let's do the different class people who actually got the stimulus check. So let's do those different class of people. So you guys are people who has nothing, dirt poor, have nothing. You got the people who haven't really held a job, so they can't get unemployment. So you got those people who managed to get the stimulus check some sort of way, right? So if I'm homeless or living from pillar to post, how is that stimulus check going to help me? If I'm homeless If I'm checking in the Salvation Army to sleep, and I think it's like $8 a day, or I don't know what it is in this state, but in Dallas, it was like $8 a day.
Not to interrupt, they actually were able to send it to inmates this time as well.
See?
So inmates actually receive their stipend of money towards their books, or
Yeah, exactly.
that was something else.
And see, and I can see that towards their books, because they do need personal hygiene things, they do need personal things. So to me, that's good. That's real, real good. Then you got the parent, the single parent, right? Who needs that because they got 3, 4 children, 2 children, whatever, even one child, but just a single parent. So that parent really needs it, because I guarantee you, everybody that I grew their shoes, everybody that tore a hole in them jeans, right when you don't have the money, it's always something, in my case, it used to always be a school book, or my daughter would always lose a textbook or something. I always had to find some money to pay for it, money I didn't have, just it's always something. And when with the what do you call it, virtual stuff, you got to make sure your internet stays paid.
Oh yeah.
You got to make sure that your computer is running fast enough so your child can keep up with their classes.
Yeah.
So it's good ways to use the money, but some people just take advantage. And to me, I just feel like, do those people really need that money? How can we educate those people and let them know and make them understand? This is not just money to go for the club and go buy some disposable clothes and go to the club and spend it all in one time, because it ain't gonna last long. But I bet you those same people that's buying those disposable clothes, going to the club, got kids.
Yeah.
Haven't even thought about, this is just money for me. I'm getting my hair done and my nails done, and it's it. So I think it's up to us. And then people, they get mad at you and they look down at you when you're trying to tell them things. So it's kind of even hard to even point it out to them.
It is,
because they're adults. So how do you do that? You just keep your opinion to yourself and just be quiet.
That's hard for me to do.
It's hard for you to do. How would you tell someone, Foster?
Oh, you know what? In subtle ways, actually. I nice hair. Like, oh my goodness. Was it 12 inches? All right. Look at you. I don't know. It's it is a hard thing to do, but I like to tell people what I'm doing and tell them to sort of just think about it. People that are close to me, not just a random person that I see shopping around, of course, but the people who are in my circle. Of course, I say, what are you going to do with that stimulus money? It's great. You have 3 kids. Oh my goodness. I hope you're saving some of that,
Right.
None of my business. However, you have a pretty good opportunity. Remember, you asked to borrow money towards your car payment. It would be nice to pay something towards the end of that car payment. Right. I do. Yeah. Oh, I put it in there now.
But but the thing is, okay, so let's role play. Okay, so I borrowed car money. I got my stimulus check.
And you owe me? Oh, okay.
Who are you to tell me how to spend my money?
Okay, I just want you to pay me what you owe me. You can spend the rest of your money the way you like, young lady.
Well, I pay you when I pay you. But right now, I got to use this stimulus money because I got to get my weave done.
God,
I can't just walk around looking any kind of way.
And in 2 weeks, it's going to look the same way.
You say your stimulus money didn't go too far. That weave was so.
Exactly.
You got that budget weave still.
Right. Oh my gosh, that was too funny, Foster. Ayesha, come on, your turn.
It's the drink.
I don't know if I could, I can't do no role playing. But what I will say, I'm not going to tell a grown person what to do with their money. I stay in my lane. What I will tell you is about opportunities that I may come across. Whether you decide you want to take it or not, that's up to you. But that's in any day. That's post-stimulus money, pre-stimulus money. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing so I can make some money always. And I'm always looking for opportunities to make it as well. So, but that's just a mindset shift. Everybody does not have the same mindset or the same capacity to even understand that. So for me to sit here and waste my energy on someone that may not even comprehend or may not even understand or is able to receive that, that's counterproductive in my opinion. So I choose wisely who I even have conversations with about stuff like that. I stay in my lane. Government already knows there's just going to be a certain amount of people that are going to blow the money. And that is exactly what they want to happen.
Right.
So you as an adult getting that money in your hand, it's up to you. It's your responsibility. I'm not going to mother you. I'm not going to get in your business. But if you ask me about some opportunities and you got some for me, holla. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. You lead by example.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
That's how you do it.
I do want to say kudos to all those business professional people out there, those entrepreneurs, those budding entrepreneurs who are actually using the stimulus money towards bettering themselves, and not just blowing it or saving it back for a rainy day. My hats off to you people, because you are what is making it happen. Going spending that money, it's like FUBU, for us, by us. You're going out spending that money on every name brand that's not your name.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's me spending on my coach, my Dallas Cowboy, and all these different last names, my Gucci and this and that. But at the end of the day, what's gonna happen to Miss Grayson?
That's true.
Because all those name brands I gave that money to, they're not going to they're not going to buy me my next meal.
Right.
But using it and spending your money wisely will help you with that next meal.
I will say this, upon starting my business, it probably collectively cost me, and this is an e-commerce business, so far and upward about $1,400, and I would say probably about closer to about 18, just the startup cost to start a business. So imagine what that stimulus payment can do for you. You can open a whole business with that if you're smart.
That's right.
So just food for thought, for those that are out there, wondering what to do with it. You can invest. You don't have to put the whole check in there. Just drop a little bit, for safekeeping. You never know. Long-term stocks, if you watch it, you can make money really well. You could do really well.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm grateful for the people. I didn't get it this time, so it's okay. Sad. But for the people who are getting it, I am happy that they are able to get it, because at the end of the day, I'd rather people who really need it receive it, opposed to somebody that really, really don't need it at this time. Maybe later or some other time, but for the people who really don't need it, I'd rather see someone who actually need it and who will actually be a good steward over the money and take care of what they need to take care of. Because at the end of the day, you guys, it's still tax money that we are paying for a lot of stuff that people are not even, still stealing, the food stamp fraud and all this other stuff, people are still doing what they can to get over. And so for the people who are really trying, my hats are off to them, which brings me to, if you're a small business, plug, if you're a small business and need some help and some consulting, we got SKST. a consulting firm that's opening up. We will be happy to help you with your small business. We have all kinds of cool things that we can do to help you. We have a whole team, and you got two of the team members here. We have a graphics department. We have an audio visual department to help you with a commercial up and going, voiceovers, whatever you need. SKST stop for you.
Spiritual advisement.
Right. I'll be able to tell you if it's gonna be profitable for you.
That's
Don't
right.
do that, no.
That's right. And speaking of profitable, what you got for us tonight, Miss Ayesha?
I pulled some cards, and Spirit is always in agreement with what is going on. So I pulled these cards before we started talking, and before I even knew what the topic was for the day. And so now it makes sense. I've got sacrifice, and I've got obstacles and challenges. And then I also have, let's see, it says trust that there is a divine plan and get ready for new horizons, excuse me. So, this is basically confirming everything that we've talked about when we're mentioning about obstacles and sacrifice. The main obstacle being life right now and what everybody is going through, and understanding that sometimes you have to sacrifice certain luxuries in life in order to just get through for the time being. Doesn't mean that you'll always be there, but it's just saying to say it's necessary sometimes. It's necessary to scale back. It's necessary to put up money. It's necessary to use it sometimes, just for a little bit of peace of mind, just for a little break, so you don't feel like you're, it's all for nothing.
Right.
However, you still have to make sure that you're okay in case of a rainy day, because we already know obstacles in life are going to come. So you have to prepare for that. So that way it doesn't take you all the way down, but you can just navigate through it if you prepare for it. So, that's basically the message there with that, and then also too, trusting that there's a divine plan. If you put your trust in God, and this is an interesting card because it's showing a man in the desert. And, my thoughts with this card is like, sometimes when you're walking through a desert, you can't see the destination on the other end because you're walking through sandstorms. It's hot. You tired because you done been through there. But you have to understand without a shadow of a doubt that God is going to get you to the other side of that storm.
Definitely.
So it's really about going through obstacles blindly and being led by God, and not just your thoughts about how you're going to get through that. Because like I said, you may not see it, but God sees all. So you have to make sure that you are trusting, and you will be led, you can't go wrong. That's what this is saying. You can't go wrong. And then also to get ready for new horizons. Like I said, a lot of people are going to be blessed. If you did right and you took on this opportunity, you're going to be blessed. So that's all I can say. Some are going to come up in this situation and some may not, but that's up to you. That's up to the individual. But the opportunity is there. So that's what I got for you.
Nice. Dead on point.
Dead
on point.
Every time you touched on some things, Cam, I was listening. I was like, what? Sacrifice, sleep,
and it's so funny how we get the topics that they're just kind of, they come and it's stuff that you think about. I mean, because it would have been this topic or the stuff that we're going through with the COVID shots, and how the Johnson & Johnson went out and thousands of those things were wrong, Did y'all hear about that?
No. What happened?
It was either, I think it was Johnson & Johnson. One of the one shots. So I believe it was Johnson & Johnson. But anyway, they had to recall a bunch of those shots.
Oh, wow. And
Yeah.
see, I mentioned about that too, you know,
Mhm.
when we had talked on the show, one of the reasons why I said, you know, I didn't feel comfortable is because, you know, these shots, it takes a long time. And sometimes even when they're administered, they may not know right away, you know, what's wrong. So
Mhm.
it's kind of, you know, you have to, if you do that, you have to, I feel like you have to have a whole lot of faith, you know, that everything will be fine with that, you know, be in good health, make sure that you know, that you're okay and well as you can be to take those, because you never know, it might be something wrong with that, you know.
Right.
So
It was
And these
I
Johnson
hope
and
it,
Johnson. I
but
was right.
shots are temperature controlled. You know, they have to stay a certain temperature when they're stored. They have to be brought to room temperature to even administer the shot. And then it has to sit for a little bit of time, you know, even before that. But, you know, if people are watching these things and there's always room for error.
Right.
Yeah,
mhm.
yeah. Just
So
saying.
so it was let's see, a ruined batch of Johnson and Johnson vaccines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Mm.
so that's what
Yeah.
happened with Johnson and Johnson. And it was over 100,000 doses of J&J vaccine was coming to
Wow.
Massachusetts next week.
Wow.
And they had to
Wow.
recall that whole thing. And so the whole, you know, it's just spoiled. It was they couldn't use it. And so let's see if I can show you guys that.
Well, luckily it didn't get administered to some, you know, to
Yeah.
people. They caught it beforehand, because that would have been, you know, that would have been bad. So that's a good thing. At least they caught it beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And the crazy thing is that's what they're giving out at our location this week.
Yeah, they are. Yes, they are.
So we're not in that batch. So that's a good thing. But yeah, I mean, so you never know. Because to me, I just feel like they did it so fast.
Mm-hmm.
They did it
Mhm.
swiftly. And you know, that stuff takes time. It takes time to
I want to say something. And this is just what I noticed. Again, I love all people. I honestly do. Those who know me know that I do. Um, Black people, our people, beautiful people, right? It's nothing wrong with not wanting the shot. You know, it's people very close to me not wanting the shot, right? And the opinions surrounding, you know, I had some of them, Cammy, you know, that at the last minute I decided I was gonna take the shot at the very last minute because you know I read up on things and it just was something that moved me to do it, right?
right.
But what I'm noticing is because of the location that I'm in, it is predominantly African American usually. Cammy, you know where I'm going with this. I have seen more people to that location of other nationalities, we'll just say it that way, all in a sudden, because oh my goodness, go rush, get your goal here. And Black people are just they're not having it. You know, they're not okay, well, you do what you need to do, but it's something to watch. I would never go to this certain location otherwise, but now that this is being administered here, oh, we're knocking the door now. Excuse me, how do I get here? What do I need to do? Oh, shut you haven't been in this location for years. Oh, I didn't even know that this was even still here. All the things that you actually hear, but it's something to watch. Those soccer moms. What? I wouldn't go to that location. Oh, it's so dangerous there. Yet you're standing in a line outside in the sun, rain, whatever, to get this gold. It's just something to sit back and watch. It truly is. And I don't even know how you would even, you know, I'm interested to see what your thoughts about that is, each of you. Because it's Ayesha, if you were here to see and no, and you know, the thing is, no one's everyone understands why, but no one's saying anything. It's truly remarkable to see all of these people that would normally never go to this particular location. And now again, the COVID shot, you know what is, oh, okay, Yeah, the vaccine is there. So I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be on time. I'm gonna stand in line and I'm gonna go back to get my second shot. Most definitely. So there you go.
The
Okay.
thought of survival is a great motivator.
Right.
Isn't it?
It is. It
Isn't
is.
it?
The thought
But
of
see,
survival is a great motivator. That's all I'm
Isn't
gonna
it?
say about that.
There you go. There you go. That's a good positive spin.
it really is. It really is. I mean, but I guess by seeing that, it might help wake up to a lot of the other community people that
Mhm,
go ahead and get your shot
mhm,
too. But again, it's I'm like I said, I was on the fence too,
right.
and I felt like I had to set an example when the opportunity was presented. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna set the example and I'm gonna go because if it happens, it happens. Because if God want me, He'll take me. Either way it go, So hey, if I'm can
You
set
sure
a
you're
positive example,
you're not
huh?
hiding that third eye under that hat?
Third
You're not
eye is not
hiding that.
there
Okay,
yet.
it's not
Look
there.
at
Didn't
that.
roll.
Four finger
All
forehead,
right.
but it's not there yet. So, but it might
My
happen
third
after I
eye is
get my
going
second shot. So after the second shot, I might, I get that next eye.
in.
So, but if we can set the example, and I mean, it didn't hurt. The arm was sore, and
Mhm.
so I'm looking forward to the second one because they said this was the one would probably give us a little bit more fatigue, and so, but some
Yeah.
people said it don't. So,
So that again also, I believe it's psychosomatic. And you understand what I say about that, right? Everyone is telling you that you're supposed to feel a certain way after this. So of course, when you get the second shot, oh, oh, all of a sudden you're feeling bad because everyone else did. And that's a very good opportunity to stay out of work the very next day after you have that shot because again, everyone else did. So, oh, I'm feeling terrible. Oh, maybe I go spend some of my stimulus money. I haven't been able to get off. Let me take this shot.
now I
You know?
call that the Anita syndrome.
Oh, Cammy Grace. Cammy Grace.
The Anita syndrome. It's a story behind that one, Ayesha. I'll give it to you later.
Mm.
We'll take a shot.
It's the wine. It's the wine.
I can put two and two together.
So, guys,
I,
anybody have anything else before we go?
how long do we have?
You got about 15 minutes.
Has
Mhm.
anybody been keeping up with the George Floyd trial?
I've heard some of it, which is really sad. So that's why I stopped listening. Yeah, I heard about the liquor store person, or the person who he did the fake money to, and how sad that person was. The martial arts person who called 911, heard about that, because he knew that they were killing this man.
Mhm.
So it's yeah. What you got?
I haven't kept up on it. I started to watch it today, but I ended up getting a call that came through, so I didn't get a chance to look at it. I kind of got mixed emotions about it. I don't know that I want to go back down that road or feeling some kind of way about it. And it took a lot for me just to pull it up on my phone and begin to look at it. And I almost feel like, you know what, it might have been divine intervention that I got that phone call, because I probably didn't need to be in that space
Right.
to feel down or feel sad or angry about that situation. I just wondered if anybody had been keeping up with it.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to, and I almost started to do a reading about it today just to see what the outcome is going to be on that. So it might be something that I might look into, or I might not touch it. So I'll see.
Well, the family ended up getting a settlement. Not for sure exactly how much the settlement was for, but the guy, they're saying, well, the prosecutor is saying that the man really killed, he really killed him, and the defense is saying no, it wasn't, it was a legal hold that they did on him, on George Floyd.
To
And
watch
that,
the video, watching that video is very important. We are,
yeah,
the country saw the video, and
Right.
to see someone plead for their life, saying they can't breathe, and you just ignore that, and you pompously just sit there with a smirk on your face.
right.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
he had no intentions on letting the guy go. I mean, at the end of the day, the little girl that filmed it, so the part I heard about her was, me and Alexa are good friends, so she tells me my news in the morning. And so the girl, she actually was crying because she wished she could have done more. And I thought to myself, she videotaped this whole thing.
You did
Baby,
everything.
you did a lot.
You
You
did
did
everything.
a lot. You brought awareness to everything. And she's just bawling and she's going, I wish I could have helped. I wish I could have stepped in. No, if you would have did anything else, you would have been dead
They
too.
would have been dead too.
Mhm.
So you did a great job by videotaping it so the America can see it. And so, no, regardless to whatever the trial comes out, the outcome of the trial, this baby girl did such a phenomenal job filming this whole incident. And then the guy who actually called the police from the convenience store, because George was supposedly had passed a fake $20 bill. So that's what started it. George was in there talking to the guy, blowing the shit, give him this $20 bill. And the guy said he could tell, that he had been drinking or something was going on with him, some type of alcohol or some substance in his body. But anyway, he was blowing the shit, what they do. I'm gonna pass this man a fake $20 bill, and you just kind of take the scent off and smoke screen, da 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 da. And
Mhm.
he actually went out to the car to talk to him about the fake 20. And when that didn't work out, that's when they called 911. But the man was saying he called 911 to resolve that issue that happened. He didn't call 911 for the man to get killed.
Right.
Mhm.
So
Right.
he was even crying about the whole situation because that wasn't the intention. The intention was, hey, you gave me a fake 20. I need help with the police to help me get this solved, not to
Imagine
kill
the
this
guilt
person.
behind that. Just imagine the guilt behind that. And that's a whole nother subject. People are so leery to call law enforcement now because of the climate and what has happened. And it's just, it's you second guess it. You second guess because
Mhm.
you don't know what's going to happen. As a Black man, I definitely say, and in my line of work, just
Yeah,
imagine that I
yeah.
second guess that decision. Is it something I can do? Conflict resolution. What can we do here? When in a sense, that's the laws that be,
Mhm.
and if it goes the right way, it can truly help the situation. And again, there are still some very good police officers, white and Black, all races, but unfortunately, this is where we are right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
And it's not in a good place.
no, it's
Not at
not.
all. Yeah. So that's the update on George Floyd. I mean, honestly, you're gonna do the cards, Ayesha, but I feel like they're gonna let the guy off. That's how I feel. If
Mm.
they didn't, that would be great, and I pray that I'm wrong, but I feel like they're gonna let him walk, and which is really sad.
I think a
But
lot of people share those sentiments. That's kind of what I'm getting as I look on Facebook. A lot of people don't even want to watch because they've lost faith in the justice system. Um, but I want to feel like at some point there's going to be some reckoning with that. Um, Even if it's not here and in this time and in this space or his murder, or with his family, there's going to be a sense of reckoning. And God knows all, even the things that we don't understand right now. So just when it looks like it's something right now, looks one way, it really may not be, because in the end, um, all of these things collectively have to have an accounting system.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Check and
that's not
balance.
gonna,
Yeah.
checks and
Mhm.
balances are going to be in place. So I feel like if we don't get it together, God's going to get it together. So it may not be today, may not be tomorrow, may not be in this case, but it is going to come together.
It's coming.
Believe that.
No more water, but fire next time.
Mhm. Wow.
Yeah.
So that's my perspective on that.
Wow. And you know, the funny thing is too, they're trying to say that because he was intoxicated or whatever he had in his system, that's what killed him. So that's what they're trying to say.
Alcohol doesn't make you forget to breathe.
Well, maybe it
anyway.
was a drug. It was something, whatever was in his system. I'm not clear on that.
Yeah.
But whatever it was, they try to make it seem like that's the reason why he couldn't breathe. It had nothing to do with the cop cutting off
Right.
his air, you know, even though the guy was screaming bloody murder and calling for his mom, that none of that mattered. And then the martial arts expert that knew CPR and all this stuff, EMS stuff, he's the one who called 911.
Mhm.
And they asked him, they was like, well, why did you call 911? And he said, because I feel like I witnessed a murder.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he
Mhm.
did.
Very much so. If he was already neutralized and he's in handcuffs, why did they need to be on his neck anyway? That's the
Yeah.
question I want to know. When you can explain this to me and make it make sense, then, you know, but it doesn't make any sense. If he was already subdued, he was already neutralized, why wasn't he picked up and put in the back of a vehicle? But you want to sit on his neck. I don't get it.
All right.
Don't understand it.
Right. There's nothing to understand, but I'm interested to see what happens. I am. At the end of the day, like I said, I just feel like they're gonna let him walk, or a slap on the wrist, a real light slap on the wrist, just to appease the community, you know. And at that point, I don't even want it. Take it and stick it up your butt, you know. If you just gonna do something to pacify us, you know, no. So, but we'll see, and let's just pray that the right thing will happen. I mean, you know, going back, remember, Ayesha, you remember when we did the recording from Trayvon?
Mhm.
When that happened, we got the recording for our show.
Mhm.
I feel like that, you know, when we heard everything that was said on the 911 call, and it still didn't happen. You know, I feel like the same feeling that we had back in those days, that is like all over again, you know. So, but anyway, guys, this was a great night. I hate Miss Juanita didn't get to stay on with us, but maybe she'll join us next week. She had a little glass of wine together, so
Yes.
I like that lady. She's really cool. She's really cool. And so, but anyway, until next week, same time, same channel, right here on SKST Radio.
That's right.
Where's
The
your response?
cocktails.
There you go.
Right here.
Join us next week,
Cocktails.
And conversation.
right here, SKST Radio. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.